A'ja Wilson just had the most embarrassing week of her basketball career. The four-time WNBA MVP got completely snubbed from Team USA's December training camp. But here's the part that's got her absolutely losing it. Angel Reese, the player who can't even make layups consistently, somehow made the cut over her. Wilson's public meltdown is everything you'd expect from someone who's built her entire game around getting referee calls that won't exist in international play. And she's ripping apart Angel Reese for it. The toxic behavior that worked in the WNBA just cost her everything. Stick around, because this is hilarious. Before we break it down, let us know down in the comments who you think deserves to be on Team USA more, A'ja Wilson or Angel Reese. A'ja Wilson had it all figured out. 4 WNBA MVP awards, multiple championships, a resume that screamed automatic Team USA selection. She walked into December expecting her usual spot on the roster. Wilson had been part of the USA basketball system for years. She knew how it worked. You dominate the WNBA, you get your invitation, simple as that. Then the December training camp roster dropped, announced by new Team USA Managing Director Sue Bird. Wilson scrolled through the names. Once, twice, 3 times. Her name wasn't there. The 4-time MVP got completely shut out. No invitation, no explanation, no automatic anything. USA Basketball just moved on without her like she never existed. Wilson's first reaction was pure disbelief. How do you exclude the most decorated player in the league? She had every right to expect that call. Her international experience alone should have guaranteed her spot. But USA Basketball had different plans. They wanted something Wilson couldn't provide anymore. Here's where Wilson's game becomes a massive problem. She's built her entire WNBA career around working the referees. Wilson knows exactly how to get calls in the WNBA. She knows which refs favor her style. She knows when to complain and when to push boundaries. The WNBA refs have watched her for years. They understand her game. They give her the benefit of the doubt. International basketball destroys that entire system. Those refs don't know Wilson from anyone else. They don't care about her 4 MVP awards. They're not going to give her special treatment just because she has the WNBA refs wrapped around her finger. Wilson's aggressive style becomes a liability when she can't manipulate the officiating crew. You can see this problem in Wilson's game constantly. She drives hard expecting contact calls that international refs won't give her. She complains after every missed call like the refs owe her something. That behavior works in Vegas where the refs know her reputation. It fails miserably in international competition where refs call the game straight. Wilson's entire offensive system relies on favorable whistles. Without those calls, her scoring drops dramatically. Her post moves become less effective. Her drives to the basket lose their punch. International refs expose the truth about Wilson's game. It's built on referee dependency, not pure skill. USA Basketball figured this out before Wilson did. They watched her struggle in international settings before. They saw how her game changes when the refs don't cater to her style. They realized Wilson's WNBA success doesn't translate to international competition. The selection committee made a calculated decision. They prioritized players who could adapt to different officiating styles. They wanted athletes who could perform without special treatment. Wilson failed that test completely. Her game requires too much external support to succeed internationally. But USA Basketball's decision goes deeper than just basketball skills. They're shifting away from players who bring toxic attitudes and drama. Wilson's history of public complaints and media manipulation doesn't fit their new vision. They want players who represent the program with class and professionalism. This snub represents the end of Wilson's international career. She's not getting younger. Her game isn't evolving. Her attitude isn't improving. USA Basketball just told her that 4 MVP awards mean nothing if you can't perform on the international stage without special treatment. The most painful part for Wilson? She probably still doesn't understand why she got cut. She's so used to getting favorable treatment that she can't see how her game relies on external help. USA Basketball just showed her the harsh reality of international competition. Wilson's exclusion becomes even more ridiculous when you see who did make the cut. Angel Reese got invited to the December training camp. Yes, that Angel Reese, the same player who shoots worse from 5 feet away than most high school players. Basketball insiders call her the bricklayer for good reason. She consistently misses layups that college freshmen make without thinking twice. Let's break down just how bad Reese's shooting really is. When she gets within 5 feet of the basket, she misses shots at an embarrassing rate. These aren't contested shots against elite defenders. These are routine layups and putbacks that professional players should make automatically. Reese somehow finds ways to miss them regularly. Her field goal percentage near the rim looks like something from a recreational league, not a professional athlete. How does someone nicknamed the Bricklayer earn a spot over a 4-time MVP? The nickname exists because basketball people watch Reese play and see nothing but missed shots. She builds houses with all those bricks she throws up. Yet somehow, USA Basketball thinks this player deserves development time over Wilson. The math doesn't add up unless you factor in Wilson's toxic reputation. Reese has perfected the art of stat manipulation better than anyone in recent memory. Her rebounding numbers look impressive until you realize how she gets them. Reese deliberately misses easy shots to grab her own rebounds. She'll have a clear layup, miss it on purpose, then collect the rebound to pad her stats. Basketball analysts have caught this pattern repeatedly throughout her career. Watch Reese's rebounding technique closely. She positions herself for offensive rebounds even on shots she takes herself. When she has an easy scoring opportunity, she often chooses the harder shot that gives her a better rebounding angle. It's calculated stat padding disguised as hustle and effort. Real basketball fans see right through these manufactured numbers. Reese's marketing campaigns focus entirely on social media presence instead of actual basketball improvement. Her "I'm in your city" campaign generated attention, but showed zero connection to her on-court performance. She's building a brand around controversy and manufactured drama rather than basketball excellence. This approach works for social media followers, but fails to impress serious basketball evaluators. The manufactured rivalry attempts fall completely flat with genuine basketball fans. Reese tries to create drama and storylines that don't exist naturally through her play. She forces conflicts and controversies to stay relevant in basketball conversations. Real basketball fans want to see skill and competition, not calculated social media stunts designed for engagement metrics. Compare this approach to players who earned their training camp spots through legitimate skill development. These athletes focused on improving their games rather than building personal brands. They developed team-first attitudes and genuine basketball abilities that translate to winning. Their inclusion makes sense based on basketball merit rather than social media following. The absurdity reaches peak levels when you consider the comparison directly. Reese can't make layups consistently, but gets invited to represent Team USA. Wilson wins 4 MVP awards, but gets completely shut out. If even someone